Hi, I'm Allegra Houston, and thank you for joining me for the Imaginative Storm Writing Prompt of the Week. My collaborator, James Nave, is in an urgent meeting, so I'm doing this on my own today. Fortunately, he was on the Zoom call with us this morning. He's in North Carolina. I'm in Taos, New Mexico right now. And we invite you to join us live on Zoom every Saturday, 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern for an hour, or Thursday, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern for an hour. It's free, and you can do this live with us if you would like to. But meanwhile, here we are on YouTube, and I am going to give you the opportunity to work with the prompt that we worked with this morning. It's the 1st of June, and this is the way we do it. We share the prompt on the screen for 2 minutes, and we ask everyone on the call to write a list of words, just random words or short phrases, whatever pops into your mind as you look at the prompt image. Write it down in a list, and I will time you for 2 minutes, starting now. Once everybody has created their own personal list, we go around the Zoom room and ask everyone to contribute one item from their list to create a community list. And the nice thing about that is that what we're doing is we're kind of creating a lake of collective imagination. We're all contributing to this lake, and we can all swim in it. So I will now give you today's community list so that you can use that or swim in that as well. It's kind of a good idea, I think, to write the words down yourself, because something happens when they go, in your ear and out your hand. But if you don't want to do that, you don't have to. I will put the list up again during the 10-minute writing time so you can refer to it then. So here is today's list. Hoop, pink pathos, Pepto-Bismol feminist, don't get dirty, do your own, sweaty palms, save the nails, some things never change, granite on the edge, pink gloves laundry, free at last, drain away, she left you already? No one cares. Pepto pink paws, so done, rubber reality. Don't you know your right from your left? I hate cleaning. Touch. Are you kidding? Disposable dishes. Finished. more work, fingerprints, ha bloody ha. So you can make of those what you like. Use them or not use them as you like. You have two lists of words now, yours and the community list, to draw from as you write for 10 minutes, which is the next item on the agenda. So as you write for 10 minutes, the goal of imaginative storm writing is really simple. It's just to surprise yourself. 10 minutes, we choose 10 minutes because it's long enough to get going on something, but it's not really long enough to sit there and get yourself in a twist about what you should write and is this the right place to go and where should I start? And oh gosh, you kind of just have to get on with it. So the way I like to do it is just let my eyes roam over the two lists until something kind of, grabs my imagination, hooks into something. And I kind of go, okay, I'm going to start there. And I don't know where it's going to go. And sometimes it goes somewhere really interesting, somewhere it doesn't go anywhere particularly interesting, but so what? It was only 10 minutes. That's the nice thing about 10 minutes. It really doesn't matter. And so when it doesn't matter, you're much more free to just try things out and go a little wild and crazy. Let your imagination take the lead. Let it go wherever it wants to go. And your rational mind's job is just to follow along for the ride. Don't worry about trying to make sense of it. Don't worry about whether it's good or not, or usable or not, because you never know what's going to be usable. Maybe some interesting, original phrase or image will pop up and you'll go, ooh, that's a keeper. But you won't know until you write it. If you know before, it kind of just doesn't come out as good as you think it is in your head. Things come out better on the page when they surprise you. So that's your goal. Surprise yourself for 10 minutes, starting now. After everyone has written for 10 minutes, we split up into breakout rooms so that we can read what we wrote to an appreciative audience of 5 or 6 people. And again, it was only written in 10 minutes, so it can't be supposed to be good. But is it interesting? Does something pop? And in fact, a lot of things are really, really good that people write, but that's not the goal. The goal is just to find those moments that pop where you go, ooh, that's interesting. That gets me. I love that. That's exciting. That reached some kind of, level of perception that maybe you didn't know you had. Now, you probably are watching this and you don't have an appreciative audience of 5 or 6 people. You may be in what you think of as an empty room. Well, it's not an empty room, you're in it. And you are your most important audience. So we do this not really for the benefit of the 5 or 6 appreciative listeners, but for each individual person's benefit, because when you read what you wrote aloud and you animate it, you give it warmth and breath with your voice, you appreciate it more. You start to get a relationship with your writing that's kind of like the relationship of a parent and a child. The child's not perfect. The child doesn't always do what it's supposed to do. Sometimes it's really annoying and sometimes it's boring, but you love it all the same. You've learned to love it because it's yours. It's your child. It's something that you've given birth to, but now it's its own thing. And maybe it'll go out into the world, this piece of writing that you are working on. When you read silently on the page, you're more critical. When you read aloud, you're more appreciative. So you're also retraining your inner critic into your inner cheerleader, coach, whatever you'd like to call it. So put me on pause now and read what you wrote aloud. I hope you did do that. It's a really useful practice. It's also a great editing tool because you know when something doesn't sound authentic or sounds forced or stiff or stilted, and you can go, okay, all right, that needs help. But you're energized to change it rather than thinking, oh gosh, I'm just not a good writer. You are a good writer, but you may not have had the tools to bring out the good writer in yourself. So what else do I have to say? You can, if you would like, you can post what you wrote on our Circle platform, share it with other people, with the people in our community, and you can invite your own friends to go to the Circle and read it. It's free. You just, join, you make a username and a password, and you will see prompt of the week. And the most recent prompt will be at the top. There are over 3 years of weekly writing prompts there on the Circle. So you might be inspired to work with another one. You will also find all 3 years of our weekly prompts here on YouTube. And if you would like to join us, as I say, please do. It's also free. Just join our mailing list. And you can also always find the Zoom link in the footer at imaginativestorm.com. You'll also find information about our book, Write What You Don't Know, which also exists as a self-paced online course and will be a live Zoom course this summer, starting on June 11th, 2024, with my collaborator, James Nave, facilitating a group of people, limited to 14, to work through all the prompts in Write What You Don't Know. And we promise that it will transform your writing. So thank you for joining us today, and we hope to see you again.